All right, guys, welcome back to Golf DMV, a very special edition of Golf DMV. Shout out to our sponsors, Love Life Coffee. Don't forget about the live recording, July 19th. They're in Laurel, Maryland. Love Life Coffee. Can't wait to see everybody out there. We're going to have a good time as always. And also Cachet Spine Sports, conveniently located in Silver Spring, Maryland. You're right in the middle of that golf season. Get your back right, get your neck right. Go see Cachet. And by the way, when you go see Cachet, let them know you heard about it on Golf DMV. You get some free Golf DMV merch. All right, so today, man, I've been really looking forward to this interview because I met Jey a few months ago while doing some work at WGTS, and it was for Compassion International. But then Jey and I got talking about golf, and it's just funny how golfers somehow get talking about golf one way or the other, even when it's not the main kind of conversation. But I want to talk to our buddy and welcome to the show, Jey Mbiro from Salty Village. That's the name of his organization. Going to talk about some great work that they get to do. Jey, what's going on, man? I'm glad we were able to make this work.
Good, man. I'm glad we made it work, and it was amazing to meet you right down in Maryland.
Yeah. Because you're in Texas, right?
Yes, I'm in Dallas, Texas.
In Dallas, Texas. We're here in Maryland. I'm in, Golf DMV, DC, Maryland, and Virginia. So we're here in the DC area, and yeah, got a chance to meet, talk some golf. And you told me about what you do at Salty Village, and I was just like blown away by it. So for those who weren't privy to that conversation, I wouldn't do it justice by trying to explain it. So I'm glad that you're here because you can tell us like all the details of what you do. So yeah, man, let our listeners know what it is you do.
Well, first of all, again, it's an honor. Thank you so much for the privilege and the opportunity to come and speak to you and to speak to everybody that is listening. Again, my name is Jey Mbiro, born and raised in Nairobi, Kenya, but now I live in the great city of Dallas, in Texas. And so, yeah, so what we talked and what I told you that I was there for Compassion International. And the reason I was there is because growing up in Kenya, I grew up poor in a slum called Mathare. And so Compassion took me in as one of the kids who went through the program, and I was rescued from poverty. And so I was like, so what next? When you're rescued from poverty, so what next? And then I remember coming to the US and thinking, okay, if I come here and pursue my American dream, then what? It was something that was pushing me a lot to do something about where I was from. Too much is given, much is expected. And so I've always been thinking, what do I do? What can I do to give back? And golf came into my life. But just before golf, I remembered growing up in the community that I did, we didn't have role models growing up. So kids growing up out of poverty, one of the biggest thing, poverty is a mindset. So most of the kids, because of lack of mentorship, they still believe that they are poor. So I started an organization called Sauti Village, and the idea was to help kids out of poverty through mentorship and skills. So we have been doing that for about 2.5 years now, pairing African kids in Kenya with an African mentor to mentor them. But then the aspect of skill came in because, just like they say, if you give somebody a fish, then you have to feed them another day. But if you teach them how to fish, they can go and fish for themselves and their family. So the idea of skill came in, and golf was the first thing that came into my mind. I had just started playing golf. I love this game. And why golf is interesting is because I grew up in a community that is right across from one of the best golf courses in Kenya, probably one of the best maybe in East Africa. It's called Muthaiga. If you've been to Kenya, Muthaiga is when they do Kenya Open, that's where they do it at because it's the best golf course. So we never even had an opportunity to even attend or even come near to, because golf in Kenya, and we know golf is expensive, but golf is for the rich and the wealthy in Kenya. So somebody coming from a slum to even come to the gate of Muthaiga golf course was like a no-no. Even being a caddy is a privilege. So when I started playing golf, I'm like, man, yeah, this game, it can be pricey, but it's very interesting and everybody can play it. And so we integrated golf with South Village as a skill that we can train kids. And it so happened that I met a lady called Alexis Belton, who is a world long drive champion. At some point, she was number one in the US and number 3 in the world among female in the long drive. And so we met her and she was like, yeah, this is what I do. I help organizations like yours. And we met and she was very happy and excited. She came with me to Kenya. And she went to
Nice.
the Mathare Valley, and we taught kids in the slums how to play golf. We took the kids for the first time in a golf course. It was a different golf course. It wasn't Motaiga, it was a different one.
Mhm.
And to the kids who were like, man, we are even here. I
Yeah.
remember some of them going to the greens because the greens Limuru is where we normally go. Their greens are absolutely beautiful. I've been to so many courses here in the US. Of
Mhm.
course, there's the cream of the cream. But this one we're talking about, the greens are very, very beautiful. I
Nice.
remember some of the kids we asked them, hey, it's okay for you to step on the green. You know what
Mm.
we're asking? Do we need to remove our shoes?
Oh, wow.
Because even them being there is a privilege, but now you're telling them to step on this. They don't even think it's grass. They actually think it's carpet. That's why they were like, can you move our shoes? Because culturally, when you go to somebody's house and they have a rag or a carpet, you have to remove your shoes. But
Sure.
anyway, this has been now, this is our second year. We went back with Alexis. We've been doing clinics and we are going again this year. So that's what we do. We are bringing golf into the poor neighborhoods and hoping that this is a skill that can help them break the cycle of poverty in their family.
Man, I love it. I love it. Now, before we get to the event, what was it about golf that hooked you?
The fundamentals of golf. We're talking about kids growing up in communities where there is no order, where, like I said, there's no role model. So kids wake up and if we talk about misbehaving, we do that. Not because we want to, because we don't know any other way. And golf has a way of teaching you, one, to be humble.
That's
If
true.
if there's a game that can humble you very quickly, no matter how strong you are, it's golf. But secondly, the rules of golf. The first time I went to play golf, I remember my friend was trying to hit the ball, and then I was shouting at him, hoping that he's gonna make a wrong, not hit a good ball.
Right.
I was told, no, 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 you don't do that here. I was like, no, why? It's game. Like, no, no, we don't do that. So as I started learning the fundamentals and the rules of the game, I'm like, by the time somebody starts playing and they're serious about the game, there's something about golf that keeps you focused. It keeps
Mhm.
you honest. It keeps you to a place whereby you're learning to be this person whereby you can respect each other. You're learning that golf is actually, as much as we might be having a four ball, I'm actually not competing against my guys. I'm competing against myself. Can I
Right.
play better than I played the other time? And so, if you think about these fundamentals, they are very applicable in our day-to-day life. So, we
Mhm.
thought if we bring in golf and start teaching these kids the fundamentals of golf and the way golf plays, probably that is something that can translate when they go back to the slums, when they go back to their homes and all that. And it's something that they can start, behaving well, treating people with respect, not competing against anybody else, but competing against themselves and making sure that they can be better at themselves. So that and more, and the opportunities that golf presents as well.
Yeah, no, that's right. Because golf does absolutely present other opportunities. And, you talked about what grabbed you about golf. And you talked about this a little bit too when you talked about the kids seeing the green. But when some of these kids hit a golf ball for the first time or, they're introduced to the game, how does that seem to affect them or impact them? Just that initial introduction to it.
Well, even before they hit the ball, just holding a club.
Hmm.
Because, like I said, this is a game that they've seen the wealthiest, and I'm not talking about the rich, the wealthiest in the country uh, playing this game. And so here they are, you're asking them to hold a club, like, actually, I can do this. And then you start asking them to hit the ball. And of course, golf, it doesn't start off like you're playing well.
Right.
Just the fact that they can do it and it's okay to do it for them, they were so excited and you could see them the excitement in their faces. And when we start teaching them and showing them the fundamental, Alexis really did a good job because she's a trainer, she understands the kids, like she knows how to work with them. And when she started teaching them, like this year was the second time we went back I think in February. We went back and she's like, the last time we did it was too short because it was the first time. This time she was like, okay, I want to do a camp.
Hmm.
So we went to in the outskirts of Nairobi, which is Nairobi is the capital city. We went in a camp, like in the middle of nowhere. There's a friend of ours has a ranch where he was like, just come and camp here. And for the whole weekend, we are doing nothing but go. And so
Oh,
I
wow.
started learning this. and we were amazed. It took me a while before I can hit a decent shot. And I saw these kids doing it so easily. Like
Yeah.
the ball, it's going straight, it's going as it should. I'm like, why can't I be like them? And so for us cheering on them and telling them, you know what, you did well. I don't even know if they understand what that means, because you and I know that before you start hitting the ball well, it takes time. So
That's
that was
right.
amazing for them holding the club, starting to shoot the balls. It doesn't matter how they attire as well. Some of them, the girls had skirts, and like it wasn't like the attire didn't come on their way. But for them to do that, and then hearing some of them say, you know what, I think I can play this game. I think I would like to learn more. That is so exciting in a way, to know that they actually love it, they are enjoying it, and it's something that they want to get to know more about it.
Now, and by the way, you're right. Alexis is great. We had her on the show maybe 2 years ago when maybe it might have been 3 years ago when the Long Drive did something down here in DC, not too far from like the National Mall and stuff like that. And so she was on the show. No, you're right. She's awesome. So talk about this event, because you've got one coming up again this year.
Right.
And people can go, they can sign up and stuff like that. And
Right.
I don't know if Golf DMV can organize a group this year, but 2026, I've always talking to some of the guys, even my wife, and they're like, we might need to go to Kenya, next year. So we might try to put together a little group that want to come down and help too. So, but the event this year, when is it? How can people get more information? And then what do you need? What kind of support? Because even if we can't be there physically, what kind of support would mean a lot?
Correct. Well, the event is in October 24th. So last year we did it around, was it June? So we did it last year. It was around June, I think, if I am correct. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it was the first time we ever planned this. And the reason we're doing it is to raise funds for the organization, one. But secondly, we are intentional about the locals knowing about what we are doing, because as much as we are seeking for support elsewhere and outside, we also want the locals to know that, hey, there's a group of people that are trying to help kids in the slums to learn golf. So that was to do those two things. So it was that particular club, it's called Limuru. It was the first time ever since they started that they were sold out.
Oh, wow.
I could not even believe it, because we announced it and we were pushing it. All of a sudden, like, was it a week or 2 weeks before? Now, one thing you have to know about Kenyans, we are last minute. So we're not
I can
gonna
relate.
book tea times way in advance. But somehow we got sold out. And the club, they said up to now, they've never had something like that. So we're doing it again. This time we pushed it to October. The reason we pushed it to October is because Alexis have invited some of our friends
Oh, sweet.
join us. Yeah, so there are people who are coming in, and we are also going to be having PGA to come and cover the whole event and show how we
Nice.
are doing, how we are using golf to help the kids out of poverty. And so it's in October. The reason October is towards the end of by that time the season is over, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Once the FedEx Cup will be over and all that
that
jazz.
would be the best time for people to travel and do that. So it's in October. It's in a place called Limuru. Very beautiful place, surrounded by coffee plantation. I know you're saying it's too early. It's too late. It's still never too late. You never know.
Right, maybe not. Yeah.
Somebody can still make a decision and try and come. One, we want to do it very unique. We want you to come and play golf in Africa, one.
Mhm.
But secondly, we want you to come and do a safari. We're going to be doing a mini safari.
Sweet.
Nairobi is the only city that has a park inside the city. So
Okay, I did not know that.
yes, so we'll do safari, we'll do the charity Sauti Village charity tournament, and we'll give people an opportunity to come and meet the kids, to see Mathare, to see where these kids grew up, to see the life that they live. And if you happen to come, we give you an opportunity to train a child or two how to swing the ball and all that. So that's what we're doing. So first thing is somebody can decide, you know what, I want to head out to Kenya this year in October. But again, if it's too soon for somebody, then like you said, we can plan this early in advance so that next year, because we're going to be doing it every year, and it's probably going to be in October. So for those people who think like it's too early too late for them, then we can plan that for next year. But let's say somebody is not able to attend and they're feeling like, you know what, this is a vision that I'm willing to be behind it. If you go to our website, which is SAUTI, Sauti Village, it's SAUTI Village.1. That's the website. The website has more information about Sauti Village and what we're doing. Of course, there is a donate button where you can go and donate. There is a specific one for golfers. Like if you want to support these kids to do golfing, you can do that. There's more opportunities of how somebody can support. But if it's specifically about golf, there is that one there. Again, we also are looking for donation. Like I said, these kids, they don't even know that for you to play this game, you have to wear proper attire. So
Right.
they don't, even if they do, it's expensive for them. So if somebody have some clubs or some golf attire, some shoes that they can donate, we're also taking all those donations so that we can go and give them so that they can have something that they can be playing, looking like a golfer. And there's more opportunity. There's more opportunity if you go to the website, and if you want to talk to us, if you want to talk to me direct, you can email me. That's JeyMbiro@gmail.com. That's my email address.
Nice. Wonderful. So Jey, love what you're doing. It won't be the last time you hear from Golf DMV. We want to make sure we get people to that website. We'll post it on our website. We'll also post it in the show notes here, and we'll send out blasts and try to get folks down there. And yeah, man, I think it's just wonderful what you're doing, and we look forward to supporting it any way we can.
We appreciate that a lot, and thank you so much. And I can't wait to see you guys in Kenya.
I can't wait to go. My wife is already looking forward to it. So it's going to be a wonderful time.
If the wife wants to go, then that's the done deal.
Right. Then it's done. It's going to happen.
Yeah,
all right, Jey, thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.